What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our underdog $100 to $10,000 challenge. We are currently sitting at a bankroll of $370.62, which is about $20 profit from yesterday. A little less than $20, right at $19 and some change. But overall, 2 units profit yesterday. Can't complain. We were very, very close to having like a $500 bankroll today. But unfortunately, we were not able to sweep the picks. Peterson ended up selling us yesterday under the pitching outs. Looking at some of our wins yesterday, we did cash Matthew Boyd. We played a 5-unit and a 2-unit version of this play. You guys saw me lock it in. I put $50 on one play, which was something I don't recommend doing for bankroll management. But this is why, man. Those were line discrepancies. When you find things like that shouldn't have ever been posted, it makes it easier to want to play more units. And I didn't want to lowball myself by only playing 2 units on it. So I did end up nuking that one, which worked out in our favor, which is great. We had Sanchez and Pavetta under cash. We had Agumike and Thomas cash this last night, which is great. Amongst a bunch of other slips on Underdog, Prize Picks, all kinds of other apps. But anyways, great day yesterday in VIP. If you guys do want to join, link to our WAP is down in the description. Practicing bankroll management on every single one of our apps, and we can be profitable on every single app. I'm telling you guys, take advantage of the different discounts the different apps give you, and you guys can make a lot of side money doing this. But anyways, let's jump into some of these picks, guys. I have a slip I need to lock in really quick because I don't think it's going to stay up very long. Got Sandy Alcantara under 20.5 pitching outs. This will not stay on the board long. Get it while you can. I'm going to pair it with our man Senga over 14.5. This gives us right at a 1.63x. I'm going to put 2 units on it, and I think we may reevaluate our unit size on this. So calculator. We have a $370 bankroll times 0.05, which is 5%. It says our bankroll is about $18.5. If you do that times 0.5, which should give us 2.5%. So around between $10 and $18 should be our bankroll. So I'm going to do $15 on this one. I'm going to make our bankroll $15 today, and we're going to do a $30 slip on this, which is going to be 2 units. So we're going to lock this in, Senga and Alcantara right here, under 20.5 and over 14.5. And I'll go ahead and show you guys why I like these lines. So Alcantara, under 20.5. His original line is 17.5. Alcantara can go 7 innings. You can see he's done it 2 games this season. That's although 92% of games he's been under. His leash is sitting at around 90 pitches. He does get high 100s in some games. Just depends on the game. Pitching versus the Cardinals. The Cardinals have a pretty terrible offense. They're literally the worst offense in the league in the last 30 games. But Alcantara is not a very good pitcher either. He has a 6.31 ERA and a 1.41 WHIP. He has control issues. He gets lit up a lot. I can see this being a spot where the Cardinals actually hit on him. His last game, which was back on July 29th, he only had 5 innings versus the same Cardinals team. So I can see him getting lit up. He probably goes 6 innings. I don't think he finishes 7, so that's why I'm going to lock in 2 units on that play. Like the play a lot, and that's just really all I have to say about that. That being said, I do have another fantasy score play that I'm going to play. We're going to take our man Framber Valdez. We like Valdez over 32.5 fantasy score. This is one that we locked in earlier, which I showed on the YouTube video. Then we had Bailey Ober under fantasy score. So this is a nice little fantasy score slip. I'm only going to put 1 unit on this play. That gives us a $52 win if it cashes. I am going to be playing this, and the fantasy score for Ober did get bumped down. It was 31.5. I'm still going to play the bump down. I'm going to put a unit on it because I do like this slip. I think Valdez and Ober, or I think Valdez is a good game. I think Ober gets kind of lit up. So if we could play the reverse of that, Ober at minus or under 6.5 Ks with Valdez over 4.5 Ks, that would be a 1.7x. If we take Valdez to 3.5 Ks, what's that go down to? A 1.47. So we're going to take Valdez at 4.5 Ks. I think Valdez gets a lot of strikeouts. I think Ober stays under. We're going to put 1 unit on this as well, and that'll give us $15 to win 25. So far we have, what is that, $60 of our bankroll used, which isn't a whole lot of a huge percentage right now. But then we're going to do a WNBA play as well. So I like Paige Beckers, I like Kelsey Plum, and I like De'Erica Hamby on tonight's slate. So De'Erica Hamby I like at 14.5 points, and then I like Beckers at 14.5 points as well if you can take her there. That's a 1.7x. There might not be any reason to take any more, to be honest with you. Like, we could take Plum. I just don't see a reason to add her on here. 1.5 3-pointers made. We did take on another slip as well. That was on parlay play. You can't even take her on that. So, anyways, I like the odds here of this cashing for a unit. Gives us another $26 win for 1 unit, and that's probably all we're going to do on here. Like, let's be honest. There's not really a reason for us to push it too hard. We could maybe play Alcantara under in another slip. because I don't think Sandy Alcantara gets 7 full innings. I really don't. It could happen. Hear me out, guys. This definitely could happen. Alcantara could definitely go over the 20.5 line. He has to have a good game though. I'm not an Alcantara fan, man. He's chalked me so many times. I don't think that he's gonna cash. And we can go ahead and look at strikeouts right now on pitchers as well. We can find a pitcher with a high strikeout. So Bassett, Castillo, Luzardo. Let's find us a high strikeout pitcher. Obviously, we got Valdez. Valdez strikes out about 1 per inning. Senga, honestly, probably wouldn't be a bad play for strikeouts if you buy it down. Ober, I don't like. Not a whole lot of really high strikeout pitchers on the board right now. Landon Roop, we could maybe take under or over 2.5. That might not be a bad play. It gives us a 1.6x on this one as well. Let's take a look here. Charlie Morton, we could play for K's. Luzardo, we could play for K's. Luzardo at 4.5 would probably be a really good line, honestly. I know Luzardo struggled lately. Let's look up Luzardo real quick. So, Jesus Luzardo, the Phillies pitcher, pitching in Philly versus the Mariners. So, looking at Luzardo, his line's sitting at 6.5. He's a high strikeout pitcher, strikes out 10.23 per 9 innings, which is well over a strikeout per inning. He's cashed his line 68% of games on the season, has no data versus the Mariners, but the Mariners strike out more than about any other team in the league. So, this is a pretty good line we could take. This gives us a 1.5x. We could honestly probably take Luzardo up to 5.5. If 5.5 makes it that much better of a payout, let's see. Puts us at a 1.8x for an extra K. Let's check out the hit rate difference on that. So 5.5 for Luzardo. He's cashed 64%. He's only hit 5 on the dot one time, and that was versus the Cubs. I could see Luzardo coming out here and giving us 5Ks. I really could versus this Mariners team. So I think I'm going to risk it with Luzardo there. I think I'm going to for that higher payout. $15 will win us 27 compared to 22, so it's a $4.35 difference, or $4.50 difference. But this actually went up from 1.4x to 1.5 while I was talking. We could play it safe, man. Safer plays is the way to go. I think I'm just going to do it safely. We could do a unit and a half on this and do $22 instead of 22 instead to give us that. I don't want that much on Alcantara just in case. So let's just do a unit. I'm going to crash out if not. So, anyways, let's look at our slips. That gives us enough. That gives us $90 in play, which is a quarter of our bankroll on the dot for the most part, 25%. And we can do that. We can do 370 times 0.25. That'll give us 25%. So $92.50 is 25% of our bankroll. We played right at 90. So right at a little less than 25% of our bankroll is used, which is a good number for me. So that's what we're going to look at. Look at our live play on this one. Pick them. This is what we have. So we have 15, 30, 45, 60, 90. And we got Senga and Alcantara, 14.5 pitching outs for Senga, under 20.5 for Alcantara. We got Valdez over fantasy, Ober under fantasy. We got Valdez over K's, Ober under K's. Both of these have been bought up and down. We got Becker's 14.5 points, Hamby 14.5 points. Then we got Jesus Luzardo over 4.5 K's, and Alcantara under 20.5 pitching outs. I know this video is a little bit shorter than it usually is. Mindset behind this, guys, is our bankroll's up. We've stayed consistently over $300 for about 2.5 or 3 days now, I believe. So we've been doing very, very well in this challenge. We haven't lost a lot of money. Even if we miss every slip, we still have almost a $300 bankroll. Odds are we don't miss every single slip, which is great. Safety is the way you want to do on these plays. I mean, I know I played 2 units on this slip. 2 units is as much as I recommend doing on any slip, no matter how confident you are, regardless of what I did yesterday. Yesterday was a line discrepancy. A line discrepancy and confidence are 2 separate things. Like, you can be confident in a play. Like, I'm confident in Luzardo. I have a very strong feeling that he goes over 4.5 Ks. That doesn't mean I'm going to nuke this play because it's not worth it. This isn't a play that he could easily get lit up by the Mariners. The Mariners are not a bad offense. They could light him up and he could get pulled in the 4th inning and only have 3 Ks. Definitely could happen. Don't think it's going to happen. A line discrepancy is when a pitcher shouldn't be posted at that line. Alcantara, I don't feel like should be at 20.5, but it is versus the Cardinals, whose offense has been lackluster to say the least lately, so I can see why it could be posted there. They didn't post a lot of pitchers at 20.5 today. This is the only one on the board there here other than Valdez. I don't trust taking Valdez under 7 because Valdez could have a great game, and I think he does have a good game, but Alcantara under 20.5 is almost on the line. If this was 21.5, 100%, I would nuke the play with something else that I found that was really, really, really lucky. But anyways, we got lucky yesterday with those props, even though Peterson just had an insanely good game. Double plays every play, 1 hit. Washington was swinging at everything. If 1 hit out or 1 pitch outs all of the entire game. I mean, it was very unlucky for the under on that one. But anyways, guys, that's what I've got for today. Like I said, this video is shorter. We're trying to build this up. I need to get these plays posted to the Discord before they come down. And I think Alcantara will stay up for a little bit because I do think there's a slight risk in that one versus the Cardinals. But that being said, guys, if you guys do want to follow this challenge to the T, obviously, you need Underdog. Code Fantasy Aces on Underdog. You can also get a free month of our VIP with signing up to any partnered app down below. If you're not in our VIP, we'd love to have you guys in here. We're going to try to practice bankroll management, like I said, on every single app and try to be profitable on every single app. That's the way we do things. My bankroll, my unit size is usually like $250 slips for the most part. Other than a certain few apps, I play a little bit lighter on some apps like Chalkboard. I'll play a little lighter on Chalkboard, play a little bit lighter on Prize Picks just because I don't keep as high of a bankroll in there. But I keep a lot in parlay play, as you guys see. Got $1,000 in plays, and we got almost a $4,000 bankroll in there right now, and I withdraw from parlay play all the time. But anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys have an awesome day. If this video gets 200 likes, I'm going to pick a comment down below to win a free month of our VIP. So leave a like and a comment on this video, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video after hopefully we sweep these plays.